let's look at the options and steps to prepare your on-premises location for connecting to Direct Connect. When you implement Direct Connect, you have several decisions to make before you can log into the console and create a connection from the Direct Connect dashboard. The choices made at each step will make a complete picture of the requirements you need to meet to successfully connect to your AWS environment. First, note that Direct Connect only supports 802.1q encapsulation. All equipment that will be a part of the physical connection linking to your location with AWS must support 802.1q encapsulation. Next, one of the first and possibly most influential decisions you will make is the form you want your connection to take. AWS provides its customers with three choices: a dedicated connection co-located at a Direct Connect location, contracting with a Direct Connect partner, connecting directly to a Direct Connect node. Option 1. Co-locating at a Direct Connect location. AWS has partnered with companies around the world to offer physical uplinks to AWS through the Direct Connect service. Typically, you select a Direct Connect location best suited for your needs by talking with the Direct Connect partners near you. When you have selected the Direct Connect location you want to use, you deploy a router and supporting equipment to that location. The equipment you deploy will be the physical connection between your on-premises location and the AWS router at the Direct Connect location. You are responsible for three things: the deployed equipment, the circuit that will connect your on-premises location to the deployed equipment, and the connection from the deployed equipment to the AWS router. The second option is to contract with a Direct Connect partner who already has equipment at the Direct Connect location. If you choose this option, the Direct Connect partner will provide you with the necessary equipment at the Direct Connect location that will connect to the AWS router. In most cases, you will need to provide the physical connection between your on-premises location and the Direct Connect partner equipment, but the Direct Connect partner will configure and maintain the physical equipment at the Direct Connect location. The third and final option is to reach an agreement with AWS to make a direct physical connection from your on-premises location to a Direct Connect node. When you do this, you are responsible for all of the equipment from the node to your location. Speak with your AWS representative for more information if you are interested in this option. For this scenario, we will use contracting with a Direct Connect partner. Because Direct Connect relies on a physical connection to your AWS environment, you will need to choose the bandwidth you want that connection to support. AWS supports three types of Ethernet connections: 1 gigabit per second, 10 gigabits per second, and 100 gigabits per second. Regardless of the speed of your connection, they must all be single-mode fiber. You must disable auto-negotiation and configure your port speed and full duplex mode. Each 1 gigabit connection will require a 1310 nanometer 1000 base LX transceiver. Each 10 gigabit connection will require a 1310 nanometer 10 gigabit base LR transceiver. Each 100 gigabit connection will require a 100 gigabit base LR4 transceiver. Next, for this scenario, we will use a single 10 gigabit connection. The router that will connect to the AWS router must support Border Gateway Protocol, or BGP, and Border Gateway Protocol MD5 authentication. Direct Connect also supports asynchronous bidirectional forwarding detection, or BFD. BFD can be configured with BGP, but is optional. BGP requires an Autonomous System Number, or ASN. ASNs can be public or private. Private ASNs can be self-determined. Public ASNs must be purchased and registered. Your choice of private or public ASN will determine which type of virtual interface you can use later. Private virtual interfaces require a private ASN, and public virtual interfaces require a public ASN. For this scenario, we will use BGP with a private ASN. Direct Connect supports IPv4 and IPv6. You will need to choose which IP protocol your connection requires: IPv4, IPv6, or both. Remember that a public virtual interface will advertise your IP prefixes over BGP. AWS has implemented BGP community tags for private virtual interfaces to achieve load balancing and route preferences for traffic inbound to AWS. For this scenario, we will use only IPv4. When thinking about your options with a public and private virtual interface, the next choice to make is the Ethernet frame size that your circuit will support. Direct Connect virtual interfaces support a default Ethernet frame size of 1,522 bytes. and a jumbo Ethernet frame size of 9,023 bytes. Ensure that all the equipment you will use to connect your on-premises location to your AWS environment supports the Ethernet frame size you want to implement. For this scenario, we will use frame size 1,522. You have now considered all the prerequisite options for preparing your connection to Direct Connect. Now you're ready to get started. But you might be wondering, how does all this come together? Here's an illustration of the architecture we are using for this scenario. At this point, you have decided on a Direct Connect location and connection size. Next, it's time to create a standalone connection by logging into the console using your account. Go to the Direct Connect dashboard and begin to configure the Direct Connect connection. When you have configured your connection, AWS will provide you with a letter of authorization and connecting facility assignment, or LOA CFA. You will share your LOA CFA with your Direct Connect partner, showing them that AWS has authorized the completion of the last physical step for your Direct Connect connection. After they receive the LOA CFA, your Direct Connect partner will physically complete the connection between your router and the AWS router with a cross connect. The next step in the process is to configure the virtual interface for your Direct Connect connection. AWS supports 3 types of virtual interfaces: private, public, and transit. The choices you made earlier for a public or private BGP and ASN will determine which of the 3 interfaces are available to you at this time. Choosing a private virtual interface lets you connect to all virtual private cloud or VPC resources within the private IP space in your AWS environment. Connect a single private virtual interface to multiple VPCs through private gateways within an AWS region by associating it with your Direct Connect gateway. Choosing a public virtual interface lets you route traffic to all VPC resources with a public IP address or that are connected to an AWS public endpoint. If you connect a public virtual interface to a Direct Connect location, you can connect to all public global AWS IP addresses and access AWS global IP route tables. Choosing a transit virtual interface lets you connect your Direct Connect connection to AWS Transit Gateway. Then you can use the power of the AWS Transit Gateway and the AWS Transit Gateway Network Manager to manage the traffic moving between your AWS environment and your physical location. A transit virtual interface supports connecting 3 transit gateways to your Direct Connect gateway. Each connected transit gateway can connect to multiple VPCs within the same region, even if they belong to different accounts. For this example, we will use a private virtual interface. Now your Direct Connect circuit is ready to be used and integrated with your network environment. You might be wondering, how much does this all cost? With Direct Connect, you pay only for what you use and there's no minimum fee. Direct Connect has 2 billing elements: port hours and outbound data transfer. There might be additional external billing elements to consider. Consult the Direct Connect website for current pricing details. You just learned how you can help your organization establish a simple, elastic, and high-performing hybrid cloud connection between AWS and your on-premises data center. Next, visit the Direct Connect website to learn about other best practices, pricing, and additional resources for related services.